Okay, greetings YouTube. It's Bowspira, the weirdest guy on YouTube and possibly the internet. And I'm just here doing what's hopefully a quick one. I had a comment, and you know what it's like, you get trolls from time to time going, fix your teeth, and I'm thinking, what, these things? Um, and yeah, you could ignore it, yeah, you could engage. Sometimes people say monetize, but I'm thinking, this is actually a really great chance to do a video that might help someone, might make a difference. I don't know. Um, as you'll notice, my bottom front teeth are a mess. And for people who want, that perfect Photoshop look, it's like get your teeth fixed. You don't look plastic, you don't look perfect enough. Even though, as it was said in Bicentennial Man so perfectly, the secret to human perfection is imperfection. Um, but the reality is, look, we've all got scars, be they physical or psychological. Like with these, I'll go into it briefly. I been horrifically abused since I was a kid. I'd gotten out of domestic violence, and after that, I confronted family members. That actually took its toll on me to the point where I developed severe anxiety, depression, PTSD, couldn't leave the house, and was deemed by the Australian government basically unfit to work or study in the middle of that year, and then I think it was like 3 months later, coming back on a train from a psychotherapy treatment, got nearly bashed to death, and how this happened with it was guy grabbing me like that, trying to wrench me, and when I bit down on the thumb, he ripped out and snapped three teeth of my lower jaw, which got fractured 17 centimeters in, at the base of the socket. Hence why you've got that really funky gap there. For a time I did want to get them fixed, and we've all got these things we don't like about ourselves that we want to improve. Blemishes, they're imperfections, they make us lesser. We need to get rid of them to make us fit in. But here's how I look at that situation. I've been told by people that had it not been happenstance, the guy who attacked me would have killed me. I mean, I wound up with fractured orbit. I looked like the Elephant Man after I'd been attacked because the guy had stomped on my head numerous times. It was a wonder I didn't have brain damage, to be honest. Had a concussion, but that wasn't too bad. And look, if the guy's out there and he sees this, I don't wish you any ill will. I know you had your demons at the time, and I hope the time in prison, the time outside of that helped you deal with it, and I hope you're back on your feet. And I hope that you've been able to find a life healing from those demons. And that's an aside. It's just, this is a scar. It's not, oh, I treated my teeth like crap and they rotted out and the dentist had to go clunk. You know, it's a physical injury. It's a physical scar. It's the same as, if you get stabbed or shot, you've got a scar there. But the reality is, we've all got scars of some kind. But how often are we ashamed of those scars? How often do we say it's something to be fixed, something we're ashamed of, something that makes us lesser? Well, here's another take for you. It's a sign of what you survived. I could fix these teeth. And obviously you need to fix mental illness issues, or at least find ways to cope with them enough to function in society. But how often do you hear of the abuse victim, and we've all been one, who's ashamed of having been abused, like it's a failure, like it's an imperfection? What about how it's something you survived? My teeth. Yes, it's an imperfection, but it's a badge of honor. Someone literally tried to kill me, and I lived to tell the tale. How many other scars do people that might watch this have? And that's why I wanted to make this. Because honestly, if you're in this situation now, maybe, I don't know, maybe you've had breast cancer and you're going, oh my God, I've lost my breast because of a mastectomy. Maybe it's like, oh my God, I've lost an arm or something as an amputee. I feel incomplete. I've lost teeth here. oh my God, I've been abused. I've got post-traumatic stress disorder. I've got depression. I've got anxiety. All of these things. Are they something wrong with you? Or are they something to be proud of in a weird way? You know, the trauma that causes these scars, you survived it. You know, it's something you survived. Someone tried to kill me, and I survived it. You know, a partner might have abused you, tried to destroy your soul, but you're here now, you've survived it. Someone might have raped you once, multiple times, but you're here now, you've survived it. Someone might have tried to psychologically violate you, sexually violate you, physically dominate you from an early age. You survived it. So the next time someone tells you to fix one of those scars, or you decide you need to fix it, just think, no thanks, I'm good. Because you don't need it. You know, I was just going to say about, you know, we talk about a plastic world, etc., but I remember this story that someone said once. There was once this story, and everyone was out bragging about parts of themselves. And this guy shows up and he says, I've got the most perfect heart. Take a look at it. It's blemishless. It's never been hurt. It's never been broken. It's never suffered. It's perfect. It's intact. It's pristine. This other guy walks over and says, actually, I've got the most beautiful heart. And the guy's got, it's a mess, physically speaking. Parts of it are broken, parts of it are scarred, parts of it are hodgepodge, all fit different pieces. And the guy who has the immaculate looking heart says, what the hell are you talking about? That thing's a mess. And the guy says, well, the thing is that every single one of these scars, of these wounds, at times I lived, I loved, I was hurt, but I wouldn't change it. All these hodgepodge pieces are here because there are times I gave someone my heart and they gave me a part of theirs. The guy with the perfect looking heart really moved and sees he's got it completely wrong. Rips out a piece of his heart, takes a piece of this other guy's heart and swaps them around. Because he realized that life is imperfection. And the reality is that sometimes the scars, the ugly, the things that we think people have taken from us, that have somehow made us lesser, have made us losers, have made us victims, they're the things that make us mighty. They're the things that make us amazing. They're the things that make us survivors, and they are the things that make us wonderful. The next time you feel the urge to be ashamed of a scar, to want to change it, to want to fix it, to fit in with this plastic, artificial world, ask yourself how different life would be if that hadn't happened. And I don't mean in the negative ways. I mean the ways you've gained from it, the ways your character has gained from it, the things you learned about yourself, the things you learned to love about yourself, the true colors of yours in the best way possible that adversity, that trauma showed you. And when you see that, ask yourself if looking a little more plastic would be worth the cost of giving that up. I don't know about you, but for me, the answer is a glaring no. Until next time, folks, be kind to each other. You deserve it.